You know, they say that a person who is well balanced have three things. Write them down. 1, self-concept. 2, self-worth. And 3, self-esteem. Now, what's the first word in each one of those? Self. Most people have never experienced those things. They experience other concept, other worth, other esteem. In other words, they become what other people expect them to be. They get value from other people. They get worth from other people. That means that they will never become themselves. They depend on other people to make them feel important. They depend on other people to give them high esteem. And they depend on other people to make them accept who they are. That means you are never yourself. You are other people. So the key to life is really discovering yourself. That leads to point number 6. The purpose for leadership, therefore, is not to control people, but to produce other leaders. True leaders produce leaders. This is my conviction. So great leaders always make themselves unnecessary. The reason why you may not see me a lot is because I did a good job. Some of you don't know what I'm doing. But my absence is proof of my leadership. If what you are doing cannot function without your presence, you are not a leader. So the goal of leadership is what? To produce leaders. If you don't produce leaders, you can never grow to the next place. And this is the problem. A lot of people hold on to positions and they can't go to the next one. In my book, Passing It On, which I hope you will read, I talk about the fact that the first act of a true leader is to identify their replacement and start training them right away. That's the first act of a true leader. They look around to find their replacement, maybe 2 or 3 of them, and they start mentoring them right away. Because the goal of leadership is to move on. And you leave someone in your place to protect what you built, to preserve what you worked for. Because if what you built die when you die, you are a failure. So leadership has to do with producing leaders, not maintaining followers. The philosophy that I talk about really can be summarized this way. And write this down. True leadership is not about finding something to live for. It's finding something to die for. In other words, leadership is finding a human cause that is worth sacrificing yourself for. And I talked about this in the last session because true leaders discover the problem that they were born to solve and they pursue it with all their heart.